Thanks, Melinda. Chief Meteorologist Catherine Thompson here. You know, today hasn't been that bad of a day, but we do have a little bit to worry about tonight. We've got a little rain and some snow and ice on the way, too. It was funny. We started off the day with a little sun. The sunrise this morning was absolutely gorgeous, had just the right amount of sun and clouds. Check that out. This picture coming in from Bluefield, Virginia, early this morning. Desiree captured this photo. Thanks, Desiree, for sending that in. Absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't get much better than that, too, and you had the snow on the ground still and the sunrise. Love those winter sunrises around here in Appalachia. Again, speaking of winter, though, we're going to get some winter precipitation. We're already seeing some rain and snow and a little bit of ice in there, too, trying to show up on the radar above our heads. Not all of this is, again, touching the ground quite yet, but as the night goes on, it will. So we will see more activity, especially once we get to around midnight and just after as this cold front plows through the area. Now, notice it's off to the coast by tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon, we should see some more sun. We should actually dry out. But another frontal system actually looks to line up as we head toward the weekend, and that could give us another snow chance later in the weekend. I'll get to that in just a second. But in the near term, in the future tonight, we do have winter weather advisories out for a few counties. This will be Pocahontas, Greenbrier, Summers, and Monroe. This is where the air is going to be a bit colder along and north of the I-64 corridor especially, so you're going to see a little bit more snow and ice mix in there compared to other areas. Most of us are going to see plain rain with a little bit of snow and ice mix in. But in that area, I'm thinking it'll be mainly snow with a little bit of ice and rain mixing in. The good news is, look at the ground temperatures. They're still going to be very warm. So a lot of that's not going to stick. It's not going to amount to much. But especially if you're in those areas, slick spots will certainly be possible late tonight and through early tomorrow morning. You can see everyone else in the upper 30s, even some low 40s. So again, it's primarily just wet roads and rain we'll be dealing with. But again, Greenbrier, Summers, Monroe, parts of Fayette County, at least the northern portions, could see a little bit of some colder air there. Again, we really clear out, though, by the afternoon. Some good sunshine on the way. Again, as far as our totals go, most of us just a trace or so, if we're talking about any winter weather, but there could be a light glaze of ice, especially, again, along and north of I-64 up in western Greenbrier, Pocahontas counties. Could be talking about several inches of accumulation. And there's other things you need to worry about, too. A lot of times the roads, they're much warmer than bridges because the roads are losing heat evenly, but unlike the normal roads, they've got the ground to insulate them. Bridges do not. The cold air just goes underneath them. And so those bridges can drop. You can have 34 degrees, let's say, on the roadway, and you're below freezing on the bridge. And that's the kind of thing I'm worried about overnight tonight and into early tomorrow. So please slow down when you get to those bridges. So let's look ahead. I mentioned the chance for some snow in this weekend. It looks like we could see some maybe perhaps into Sunday of next week or of this coming weekend. Check this out. But models are in real disagreement about how much we're going to see, guys. It could be a few inches or it could be a lot. I'm leaning a few because, again, there's only one model, the NAM model, for instance, that's going really high. But we'll have to keep a close eye on things regardless of how much we get. Some snow is possible Saturday night into early Sunday. It could get very slick as we head into early next week. It's going to get colder late next week, it looks like, too. Hey, stick with us. We'll be right back.